this is your first time, I hope you'll stay. Espero que te quedes. Hoy voy a mi queridísima Jamaica, país de mi alma, país de mi corazón. Voy a ir a hablar con una paisana mía. I'm going to let her introduce herself to you. Do you mind introducing yourself? Go.
Hi. Oh my gosh, you sound so nice. Irish Records, you know? Hi, I'm Dutchess Charm. I'm a YouTuber and I also have a swimsuit line. I'm wearing my shirt from my line. It says Goddess and Gold, you know, branding.
Very nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. So you're designing as well?
Yeah, I do. Like, I mean, stuff so other people can look nice and feel nice for themselves.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I love to see young people doing their thing, you know, and shining, especially on the island. So can you tell us just a little bit about Jamaica, where you live in Jamaica? Where are you from? Where are you from?
Okay, I'm born and bred in Kingston. I am a Kingstonian to the heart of me. I am very towny. I don't know if I can call myself that, but I live somewhere very central, so I'm like walking distance from wherever I need to be or wherever I need to go. So I love that. Love that. I've lived in, not even lived per se, but I've stayed extensively in Montego Bay before. You need a car down there. It's not like Kingston. It's not like my yard where I can just walk out the road, get a taxi and go about my business or walk to where I need to go. No. But yeah, I just love the fact that where I am is so central. Love it.
Yeah. Kingston, do you know I lived in Clarendon. Me a country girl. Me come from country and country true and true, nothing to do with town. You know, my whole life, I think probably got Kingston maybe, well, the airport enough time. But Kingston, I don't know Kingston, if I'm going to be honest. And it's funny because people always ask, are you from Kingston? Like, not everyone is from Kingston.
Yeah, my friends get that too. I have a friend from Old Harbor. Old Harbor. And she's just like, everybody just know Kingston. Them don't know where Olaba they know.
It's true. But Wolaba, there's a market there, right? There's a famous market in the Wolaba. You always talk about Wolaba market. Oh,
Lincoln Market.
Yeah, that's it. And it was yeah, absolutely. Okay. So tell me something interesting about yourself because I came across your channel and I just thought you were so vibrant and I thought, yeah, I love to see my people shine and you do that. You're doing that so brilliantly and I love that. But I'd like to know a little bit more about you. Tell the world something about yourself, something interesting, two very interesting things about yourself, about you.
Everything about me is interesting. Everything. Something interesting that I've not shared before. Oh boy, I'm such an open book that it's so hard to find things that I've not talked about before because I talk about everything, as you can see from my channel. Like, if my book, my tour, my talk about it. Trust me, like my book, I come on with camera. I'm turning on my camera and I'm gonna be like, listen. Guys, but too, and it's art. What?
What I love about you, you're talking, all of a sudden you talk English. And all of a sudden the papa just jump out so like you can't control it. Me not tell no lie, me love that. Me love that about you channel. And when you talk, and that remind me, well, I do it, but not quite as authentically as you do, because your accent is raw, it's still there. Me come up and come mash up my good old accent when we did have my country accent. But me I'll get it back. Me I come back home. As soon as they open the gate, I mean that. Me I fly out, come fix up me accent. Me I tell you.
You need to just get it back. Just season yourself and ready up and come back. Yeah, that's how it should be.
Absolutely.
But it's so funny because sometimes persons say, "Okay, you can't talk about one." I'm just like, I mainly speak because I've been in customer service and stuff like that. But even as a child, I used to mainly speak proper English. You know, which is so weird because people used to touch me and they're just like, "You come from foreign?" I'm like, "Get to come from foreign if you talk nice, like you know."
Yeah.
Because everybody has talk power, but just personally, I think it's so easier to translate to get your point across or whatever when you're that clear. But you know, when you get big star, when you want a drama, exaggerate, yeah, girl, I'm reaching at it.
True. It's funny you say that, you know, cause you see when me vex, my picnic them know when me vex. Cause when me vex, Spanish and patois mix up, everything mix up. But I tend to use my granny's expressions when I get vexed. It just comes out, and so I think Jamaican patois is a very emotional language for us, isn't it? We use it when we get emotional, and so that's quite
interesting. Expressive people, like ask me where some of them phrases come from. I'm gonna go boom, must a girl. Like when they're talking about it, I'm like reaching there and get it because that's the best way to express yourself, man. When you're reaching it, like everybody know where I'm talking about. Because you have different ways to say it. Like you just say, no man, like you know.
Yeah.
When you think about it, it is so fun.
It is. And you know, so many people try to imitate it. I was just on a girl's TikTok before, and I think she's an African girl, and I was saying, you know, she didn't do it quite good though. I'm not gonna tell no lie. She did that go on. But it hard. You see, because even me tell people all the time, at Jamaica me ban, but you see when you leave for your time, you know, turn good again. You know, sound the same again. And but still, me not make that bother me because people always, I tell you, oh, you fit talk, or oh, you know fit talk. But you, at the end of the day, you have to remember that it's a part of you. It doesn't matter where you go in the world.
Yeah.
That's why inside of you can't come out. It's your Jamaicanness, isn't it? You can, as you do, you switch it up all the time and you sound very educated when you talk. But then you go in and you come out. You go in and for me, that's Jamaica, you know?
Yeah. Real nice.
Sorry?
I was like, real nice, man, real nice.
Yeah. Okay. What importance do you give to languages? Because obviously I'm a languages teacher. I teach languages. I love foreign languages. What's your stance on language learning? What's your opinion on it? Tell me a little bit about language.
It is important. I wish that I took it more seriously back when I was like a jelly bean and I could just absorb everything, because it's like so much easier when you're younger. Things are so much easier to learn when you're younger. So I wish that my parents, my dad kind of did force me, because you know, force or push or encourage. Let's use the word encourage. Encourage me to like do languages and stuff like that, because that would have stuck with me and I could like carry on, you know. But unfortunately that isn't the case. But even I have a nephew now. I'm in a business with my sister say, I'm gonna learn sign language, I'm gonna learn Spanish and French.
Absolutely.
From like young, because I didn't get that. And I would love, because even sometimes there's sometimes you wish that you could engage in certain conversations, because like I have friends that are not from here, you know, I Greek friends, German friends, whatever. And I wish that I could just sit down and like bust a language. And also learning on by yourself is very hard. Oh my gosh. So my ex, that big plan my channel, because that relationship was awful, but he was great. And I don't think he was that encouraging to like, you know, because he said, hey, you know, he gave me like a book, a Greek book, and he gave me like a GPD, and I was studying on by myself. So I do know a few words, and like if he was talking about something, I could like tell along the lines of what he was talking about, but
yeah,
we would like communicate to each other like that with it. So I didn't really get it as much,
yeah.
and I really, but it's very hard because it's an old language.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, so it's really hard, but it's really hard to learn by yourself as well. Because like I literally have a book come right down and.
True. Come up from my channel, man, because me tell you say Spanish easy to pronounce. Me don't know if you what you study when you're at school. What language them study when at your school when you did that?
I did Spanish and I did French. I was better at French when I was at Spanish, but they didn't give me Spanish, so I know a little bit, a little tiny, you know.
Juan, bust out some mic. ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo
Like,
te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas? Hola, mi amor, Dutchess Charm. No. Me llamo. Okay, no, I don't really. The French, bonjour, comment ça va? How is it? J'aime tout t'appelle, Dutchess. So I don't like a little tiny bit. So basic.
Okay, no. You have to learn this. Me llamo Dutchess Charm. Me llamo Dutchess Charm.
Me llamo Dutchess Charm.
Soy jamaicana. Soy jamaicana.
Soy jamaicana.
Yeah, good. Soy.
I got it.
Yes, again. Soy jamaicana.
Soy jamaicana.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are Jamaican. You're Jamaican. I'm Jamaican. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Muy bien.
Look at this.
Do you know, I feel as though you're always in something, you're always so vibrant, I feel as though you're a hardworking person. What does hard work mean to you? What does it mean to be hardworking? Yes.
Everything and a bag of chips, because when you want something, you have to work for it. And it might sound cliche, even though when persons are talking about manifestation and whatever, I am a spiritual person and I do put out good energy, but I don't really believe in manifestation per se, because you have to put in the work regardless. Mm-hmm. So you can't just sit there and say, you know what, I need $100,000. I need $100,000. What are you doing for that $100,000? It is very rare that somebody's going to look at you and say, hey, Dutchess, here's $100,000. No, so you have to work towards it. And that's the thing, like you have to really work at everything that I've had. I had to work for it, because when I left high school, I was essentially by myself. So I had to work. I had to go to school for a little bit until I was at the age to get a job. And I've been working since, because I take care of myself and I can't be lazy. That is one thing that I don't have the luxury of. I can't just get up and say, you know what, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to go on a vacation or whatever. If I want to eat, I have to work to get the money to, buy the food. So whatever I want, and I nice things, mind you. So I have to work for it. And that is another motivation for me, because me like nice things, and if somebody not buy them for me, I have to buy them for myself. Yes. So I have to work bills every month. Listen, right about now my ring light is on. If I was working hard, I would have no Wi-Fi. I would have no ring light. I just eat lunch a while ago. I would not be able to eat no lunch in time. Miserable. And I love money, okay? When I don't have no money, I'm miserable. So I have to work to get myself comfortable, a peace of mind. So it's like the hard work. If you're thinking about a triangle, the hard work is probably at the top of the triangle, and everything else just comes down. You have to. Yeah. I like at least I have to, because I know that there's some persons things can come easy. Yes. I'm not gonna lie. But for me, that has never been the case. So I have to work. You have to work for whatever you want. And it's a good mentality. But it's funnily enough, I think most, if not all of the Jamaican women I know, are such
hard workers. I think that's something that define all of the Jamaican women that I know.
Oh,
very hardworking. Very hardworking.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I used to remember my grandmother when I was little, get up early, man, up a mountain time was way over Clarendon. You don't know about them place there. She used to get up in the morning before sunlight with her Arrington pan. There's something that woman got through, me I tell you.
Yeah, and to ensure that you guys are good.
Yes. And so nothing less. For me, nothing less. It doesn't matter where I get in life. You know, she's always going to be my role model. And for me, she is what it means to be a hardworking woman and what we should all aim for. It doesn't matter what your situation is. And, you know, I like that about you. Well, I do. I really do. Okay. The wisest person you know. Who is the wisest person you know, and why have you chosen that person? The wisest.
Wisest? My dad. He's not with us right now, unfortunately, for a few years. But why I chose him as the wisest? Obviously, you're gonna choose your parents. Hello. He raised me. Look at me now. That's how he was. But he had he wasn't. I'm not gonna be biased and say, oh my God, he was the best person ever. As a person, I know that he wasn't the best to everybody, but as a father, he was so wonderful and he was so great. And there were instances where he could have just walked away from certain situations, and he didn't, and he stuck it out until, you know, the day that he wasn't with us anymore. But he had some phrases sometimes, and he would like write them up, and those phrases stick with me to this day. And even sometimes when I'm having certain conversations with my sister, she'll be like, oh, remember that he did say this, or, you know, don't waste no food, and like she'd say something that our dad said. And it's just really nice to know that things that he said, we can just carry on throughout our whole life. He literally said some meaningful stuff, you know, even though it's like simple, maybe cliche, if I should say it, like someone might can find a quote on the internet or something, but he didn't have all of that, you know?
Absolutely.
So hearing that from a child coming up, it's great, and he life lessons and stuff like that, and that's why.
You're lucky. You know, not everyone has that. You know, that dad to instill these values and these life lessons. So yeah, absolutely. That's brilliant. Okay. For anyone who is watching and would like to visit Jamaica, for you, what's the best spot in our little island that you'd send them to?
Oh my gosh. There's so much. I haven't been there, but I would recommend anyone that can go there to go there. It's on my bucket list. Pelican Bar, 100%. It's literally a bar on a sand dune. A sand dune, it's called. It's like a bar that you have to take a boat to get to. So it's literally just water. So it's
like an island, like an island.
Yeah,
like a bar for one little island, like that.
Like you literally, there's no sand there, so you have to like climb up onto it. So you literally can't like walk outside of the bar or something. It's just there.
Okay, that does sound really
awesome. Cool. It looks so good, and it's amazing. I've never been there. I think it's in Portland.
Okay,
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
We'll have to look that up.
But trust me, when I say Pelican Bar, everyone should go there. Everyone and their mom,
everyone and their mom.
Yeah, everybody and their mother. Like, just pack up in the boat and just go over there. It's lovely. The pics I've seen and everything. Come on, bucket list. Mm-hmm.
You have to go carry me with. Next year when we come, because I don't think them are up near Ibadan than this year. So next year when we come, over there so we go. Anyways.
Definitely. Everybody on the boat, right over Pelican Bar. To have a bear on Pelican Bar, I'm ready. I am ready.
What's the best Jamaican dish, in your opinion? Your favorite Jamaican dish? What is it?
Yeah, on the things that make I say I can't stop fish, I say I can't stop, so I don't eat actually. I can give me a look, but oh my God, I'm a love food. I'm a love different kind of food. It's a food, you don't watch on my mother, guys. I don't know where food go, but it goes somewhere. Oh my God, I think it might. Land crab. I love land crab. Not everybody love land crab, but like land crab, Euro circle. This so because I love land crab, and I also love roasted corn, which is so you just rub the butter up on the corn, sprinkle the salt on it, and just love that. That's nice. Yes. So if you're not a land crab person, the roast can get you. I just have them together.
I don't know if you ever taste this. I don't know if them still do this. This is one old time food that my grandmother used to cook. Rundown.
Oh yes, rundown is nice. It's nice, you know. But do I love rundown? Mackerel rundown, nice. But do I love it like to the core of me? I don't think so.
No,
because I'm not the biggest. It's nice, you know, it's really nice, but I don't think I'm the biggest. I'm not that big. But you know what, my love? No, I retract. Well, okra and saltfish.
Lad, no, stop. Okra nasty like, no, sir. Tell me something.
Okra in a soup.
No,
okra just nice. Okra nice. I have those okra in my fridge right now. I'm gonna grill some.
Keep them. Okra.
No.
I can't believe it. That's shocking. Me not know nobody will like okra. No, sir.
No, you do.
No, you're gonna tell me say you like susumba. You know, and then nasty something them.
No. Susumba. I have a story with my dad. Listen, my father had a susumba tree in our
and that is susumba tree. Don't talk about that. Go on.
Listen, every day it was susumba in a soup, susumba stew, susumba saltfish. Me tell us and me and my sister get tired of the susumba. We just plant up and kill the susumba tree. We had to. We did get tired, and it was weeks. You know, it was weeks. Everything with susumba. We did tired. Susumba soup, susumba in a soup. Oh my Jesus! No, it was too much.
Oh God! No. And Kingston too. I didn't know that I was cooked enough susumba tree at Kingston. I know said no susumba tree there everywhere a country. Everywhere you turn susumba tree. But I didn't think in town they had susumba tree. And the uptown people, I never saw have them kind of something there.
And you know, funny enough, my father probably go time where I'm gonna get the susumba tree. But enough things grow around here. So more than surprised if we just spring out and grow one day. I'm pumpkin grow around here. So pops.
Right. Moving on to misconceptions that people might have of Jamaica. Because, you know, one thing that I always used to get when I used to say to people, I'm Jamaican, they say something very stereotypical. And I think it's because many people have these misconceptions about Jamaica. So what's the misconception that you think people generally have about Jamaica that's not necessarily so?
Oh my gosh, so much. Especially on the video that I posted the other day with the African Americans and kind of did that get so upset. Yeah. And I heard all kind of things. What that we still use well water. that is like one of the densest ones ever, because now in Jamaica, majority of us, I've never used well water before. When we go country in 2008, which is what, 12 years ago, 13 years ago, it was so long ago. That's the first time I used well water, and that wasn't even because we had to. It was like by choice. You know what I'm saying? So that's a misconception. It's also a misconception that we don't have certain foods here, which is so weird. I'm like, yeah, we have the same shrimp, we have the same fish, we have the same lobster. What is, we have octopus, we even get fancy, we have rabbits.
Oh, Lord.
And I never know, so we all have deer. We have deers here. Yeah, I never know.
Alive.
Yes, amazing. We fancy. We are fancy. It's like there's also some illiterate misconceptions that it's really dangerous. I mean, everybody has their issues and everybody has their problems, but it's when persons are making it seem as if you step outside the gate and you're in it. So, no, you can still walk on the road. You can still, it's just certain areas now where, you have to kind of be more vigilant, because you can't really just walk with your phone in your hand. There's thieves everywhere. But some persons will say, oh, you can't step outside, or you can't whatever. Also, I remember one person saying to me, if we have like Uber here, and I'm like, you like a taxi service? And they're just like, yeah. I'm just like, yeah, we have taxi service here. I'm not quite sure, like outside, even though I know that not every parish has like a designated taxi service, you know, but we have taxi services here. Like, let's not play that game. Are you asking me to have cars next? That's what you got. I know, wow, you guys have cars.
That was just educating, I think, people. And I think this is why I like to do these things, because I feel as though, not just about Jamaica, I try to educate about misconceptions that we have about people in general around the world. It's important to learn about each other, and to teach what others don't know, and share our culture. And obviously the culture I love share the most for me. So anyway, going back.
Hello.
Right. What's your favorite patois word?
It starts with R and end with T. RASSCLA.
Oh gosh.
That is my favorite, because it fits in everywhere. It fits in everywhere. It's so funny, especially like when someone is confused at something and they're looking out and they're just like, I'm like, listen, this word is gold. I don't know who come up with it, but gold.
But we're gonna have somebody ask what that mean. But now I'll tell you, don't say it, Patty Child. Don't say it out loud. Right. Tell me you're Jamaican without telling me you're Jamaican.
You have jerk chicken? More jerk. My feel for something jerk. Jerk chicken is so Jamaican. Oh my Jesus.
I chew. And the last question I'm going to ask you, because otherwise me talk, I could sit down here with you one whole day because you're funny bad. And me like your energy. I could sit down and chat off my whole time. And me have places to go. So, and you have places to go. So I'm going to ask you one last question, and then we're going to wrap it up. If you had £10,000 or euro, I mean, I know that how much of that in Jamaica.
That's enough money, because a pound is like $191. So that is like, what is it? 10? Oh my Jesus, that's a whole lot. Because $1,000 is $191. Okay, I don't know.
Enough. And you had to help somebody worse off than yourself. Who would you help and why?
Who would I help?
Yes.
children, like any child, like because children, they can't really make certain decisions for themselves. They're literally helpless.
Yeah.
So if anything, it's children. If you could have shared it up, each child, feed them.
Yeah.
You know, calculate it and say, this can feed them for a whole year, this can feed them for 5 years. Yeah. Definitely. Because children 100%, it's not like they can get up and work.
Yeah.
It's not like they can sustain themselves. They can't do that. They have to like literally wait for someone to help them out. So 100%, after money, they you know what, I'm going to help somebody, definitely children.
Aww.
But yes, and I'm a part of a charity as well. But because of COVID, you know, we can't really go into the homes and stuff like that. So it's very unfortunate, but we still manage to like
do what you
group
can.
up stuff and share initiatives and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's important. It's important, I think, you know, and there are obviously lots of children in need all over the world, and I think it's important for us to remember that sometimes we can lend a helping hand, and that's a really nice answer. But me know somebody did say one last question, but me remember one of me never did ask you, so me have to ask you now. Right. And don't say Bob Marley, okay? Don't say Bob Marley, because everybody know Bob Marley. And me want people to know about other artists, whether Jamaica, what people love, what me love, what you love, where. But more if you tell me an artist that you really like because they really say something, or you know, and not just, I mean, just like say slackness, or not like that, but I mean that sends a message. You know, someone that you feel as though is important to reggae music or to Jamaican culture, an artist. Who is that?
Barry Salmon. Oh. Barry. Me love Barry. Me love berries, okay? Berries, Salmon, that is my other husband, okay? I love berries. Berries nice, very smooth.
It's true.
And he's a true performer. When you see him perform, I think I've only seen him like 2 times in my life, Lord.
Yeah.
But he's really, really good. And I think on Sunday, Sunday was the last day of February, they had a concert. Berries take the whole night. Berries. Berries was everything on the bag of chips. I love berries. And Marcia Griffiths is good as well. People need to know about Marcia.
Yes.
I mean, they're older names, so I do think that more persons do know about them. But I do prefer that era of music because it's so smooth, and sometimes I'm like, if I'm cleaning or whatever, because I hardly play music out loud or I hardly listen to music like that.
Yeah.
I'm just not that person. I do love music, but you know, like persons that will even drive and I play music. I'm probably the only person when I know that will drive in silence.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm just that type of person. I do really enjoy my silence, and if I'm going to play something, it would be like a documentary, and I'm a local crime conviction. So I'll play like my crime documentaries, so I can have something to listen to, like background. But it's when I'm really in a certain mood, I will play music.
Yeah.
But 100%, that's my era. Love songs from there. Love my soca, but we're not talking with Trinidad right now.
Oh, yes, yeah.
But Marcia, she is really good. She has beautiful songs. Her songs are really nice, and her voice, even now, this day and age, the sound, man, I love that. And berries is just everything in a bag of chips.
That's true. And every single Jamaican near or far on the island or off loves, know of him. His name is, you know, we grew up with him. And so, guys, she has been un sol preciosa, maravillosa, y me encanta que haya venido a estar con nosotros, and that she shared so much of herself with us. So do go and follow her. I'm going to leave her links down below. She's on, she's got a channel on YouTube also. She's got her, well, she'll leave everything down. She'll pass everything to me and I'll leave them down there so you can go and follow her, because she is such a happy, joyful person, and we need to surround ourselves with people like this. And so with that, we're going to leave you. And if you have not already subscribed to the channel, por favor, lo puedes hacer ahí abajo. Y hasta la próxima, chicos. Un beso muy grande. Adiós. Adiós, chicos.
Adiós.
A ver si lo paro.